All right, class. In the last class, we have started with semiconductors. Very small portion of semiconductors is left now. So let us quickly complete it. Then you all will be free. Now see class, before this, okay, I'll announce this. Let other students also join. The timings of your revision classes, because this is the last lesson. Now you'll have your revision classes. So revision classes will be on the weekends, Saturday and Sundays. So timings I'll tell you. First, let us just complete this portion in between. See, forward biased was when the P type was connected to the positive terminal of the battery and N type was connected to the negative terminal of the battery. And reverse was just the opposite, P type connected to the negative terminal and N type connected to the positive terminal. So that is the way you can identify in circuits. But if you are given potential, then how will you identify it? Right. So see, you will see if higher potential is connected to P type. Fine. If higher potential is connected to P type, then that will be forward bias. And just the opposite, if the negative N type is connected to the lower potential, then it will be reversed. Not positive. P type does not mean positive. It's just the name given. Though you can relate it with positive whole, the name is actually through this only, but do not have in mind positive typing. Otherwise, no, Fahad, what will happen? That whenever the electrons will be in minority, or if electrons are more in P type somewhere, then it will become confusing for you. Right. But for the remembrance type or for your examination perspective, you can remember it like this. P positive. So P is connected to positive terminal. Fine, like this you can remember for it. So that will help in it. And then for negative, like this you can remember N type, negative type, and a semiconductor. Fine, diodes basically. So now see the first example. In the first example, P type is connected to 10 volts. This is connected to 3 volts. This is higher, this is lower. P connected to higher, N connected to lower. Everything fine. P2 higher, N2 lower, forward biased. See the third one. This is 5, this is 10. This is lower voltage, this is higher voltage. P connected to lower, N connected to a higher voltage. Now, N is too higher, whereas it should be P higher for forward. This becomes reversed bias. All right. Tell me the answer for the second one. All of you in the chat box. Now this is easy to identify at least. Just write F or R. No need to write the whole thing. Just write F or R. Second part answer. Everyone. Fahad, Priya, Rifat, Samaira, Samia, Wafia. If P is connected to higher voltage, forward. If P is connected to lower voltage, reverse. So for second part, this is the second part. Wafia, Samaira, Fahad, correct. Priyadarshini, correct. See, forward bias, definitely. This is 3, this is -3, this is higher, this is lower. P connected to higher, N connected to lower. This is forward biased. See, answer me for the fourth part. Okay, Fahad has answered, Wafia has answered, Priyadarshini has answered. Right, both 3 of you are right. Wafia, Priya, and Fahad. See, -10 volt, 3 volt. 10 volt is greater than 3 volt, but here we have minus sign. So -3 is higher while -10 is lower. So again, opposite got connected, so reversed bias. Now tell me the answer for the fifth part, class. All of you should answer fifth part. Fahad, which one? Both the answers you have sent? Okay, so various answers I have. Rifat has answered. Priya and Rifat have answered the same. Samaira and Fahad have answered the same. C, all of you. This sign shows symbol for earthing. This means potential is 0. So this is at higher, this is at lower. So again, higher and lower, forward biased. So who are right? Rifat and Priya correct. See, this symbol is the symbol for earthing, which means potential becomes 0. When we were doing electrostatics, that time we discussed it. And here also -2, this is 0. So negative, positive. Now 0 is higher, 0 is lesser than 5 volt, but at least greater than -2. So this is lower, this is higher. So this is reversed. Like this you identify. Quickly note it down. Then we'll see how in circuits reverse and forward biasings are used. All right, now see in the circuits, if you see a diode that is connected in forward biased, this is a diode that is supposedly connected in forward biased. So you will replace the diode by a single wire. Remember we did it in current electricity when we replace the diode with a single wire. Any resistor, we replace it by a single wire. We call it as short circuit. So we'll replace the diode with a short wire. So maximum amount of current will flow. Now you know how to deal with short circuits. And if it is a reversed bias, then you will convert it into open circuit. Means even you can remove the diode from the circuit. Like I'll show you a question. See here. See, this P is connected to the positive terminal of the battery. This N type is connected to the negative terminal of battery. So P to positive, N to negative, forward biased. And here, this is N, this is P. N connected to positive, P connected to negative. This is reversed bias. So what did I say? Forward ko replace it with a single wire. This is 10 ohms. And for the second wire, this middle wire, remove it. No need to even draw it because this is an open circuit. No current will flow from that wire. So the wire is of no use to you because this is reversed bias. So directly go to the last wire. This is the battery. This is 10 ohm. This is 10 volt. Now these are connected in series. So R equivalent will simply be R1 plus R2, which is 10 plus 10 equal to 20 ohm. Even if you are asked to calculate the current, you will write voltage divided by the resistance, which is 0.5 ampere. Fine. So equivalent resistance will be 20 ohms. This will be the answer. Like this you'll use. Now any type of question will come, you just have to identify forward reverse, which we have studied how to identify even if potential is given or not by looking at the terminals of the battery. And after identification, accordingly, you will replace forward diode by a single wire and reversely biased diode by open circuit. Without you can even eliminate the entire diode. And then rest of the question will be a question from current electricity. Same thing you'll do. Note down these points. Then I'll show you some graphs and rectifiers. Then the lesson is over. Yes, leave reverse bias. Because see, Fahad, even if you draw this circuit, the circuit we have drawn like this, you'll draw the wire like this. This is what I've told you, battery along with this. So no current is flowing. So even if you do not draw this, this won't make any difference in your answer. So it's better if you do not draw. Now class C, here to the timings of your revision classes. On Saturdays and Sundays, you have the revision class starting from the first lesson. From the first lesson, all entirely I'll be starting the revision. So theory and morely we'll be focusing on the previous year's questions. So the timings are 6:30 p.m. This is IST. So it will be 4 p.m. for you all. 5:30, 4:30, 4 p.m. KSA timing, no? So 4 p.m. KSA timing. This is on Saturdays and Sundays. So your this Thursday, Tuesday's class will be finished off. No need to come and join these classes. Save this time for your revision. And on Saturdays, Sundays practice, we'll start with electrostatics. So you can revise and come also. Rifat, I think Rifat is, no, not 4 to 5, 2 hours at least we'll have to. Tests are on Friday because you people are already having your mock tests, right? Papers are not getting due to some issue. Now solutions are ready. So I think soon you'll be getting your marks also. 3 tests are there. I'll not take the test within the duration because in 2 hours class duration, how much we can cover? We just at least we should practice the previous year question. I'll be telling you the important. Yes, Rifat, I remember for you, Rifat. Just Rifat. I remember 2 students were there. Sahal has shifted his batch and Rifat was there who was having her class on 4 p.m. I'll talk Rifat. Rest of the students I have checked, nobody is having any other class. That's why these timings were set. Because rest of the timings were not matching. See, so for Fahad, your answer, 4 to 5, 4 to 6. around 4 to 6 or 4 to 5:30, depending on the chapter. Like electrostats, this is a big unit, so we'll have 2 hours class. When we'll come to EMI or AC, so that is a shorter unit, so we'll have 1.5 hour class, 1 hour class, like this. Because these are revision classes, so that is not entirely fixed. We just have to revise depending on the chapter, right? So according to the units on these weekends, we'll try to complete it off. And Samia, for your answer, for your question, same thing. Fridays, you people are having already your mock test. So that tests will be happening separately. I won't be taking any test on the weekend because otherwise you'll not be able to prepare it. Though I thought it initially to take your vivas, but it was becoming difficult in other batches also. And yes, Rifat, your classes, I have to 4 p.m. chemistry class you have, no? See, these are certain graphs that you have to remember, characteristics of PN junction. In forward bias, this is a normal circuit connected to forward biased milliamperes. Last class, we have discussed milliamperes and microamperes when it is connected. This is the graph which you have to remember for forward bias. See here what happens. Current increases linearly. See here, the current is increasing linearly. As the current is increasing, voltage is increasing, like simple normal Ohm's law which you follow. This is like here. But at a certain voltage, suddenly the current increases exponentially. Initially, the graph is like this. Current increasing, voltage increasing, current increasing, voltage increasing, like this. A certain value of potential is there, after which the current abruptly increases. So this value of potential at which the current abruptly increases is known as knee voltage. This is what you have to remember. If any question comes, then slope will be calculated by the division of both of it. I versus V, 1 by R, like this. Normal, simple current electricity is Ohm's law graph and non-ohmic conductors. But different cases for reverse bias. Now you just have to remember the graph. Why you have to remember the graph? Because now Zener diode is not a part of your syllabus. Earlier we had the Zener diode in which this entire graph and the theory part used to come. So if suppose a question comes on graph, just remember these two graphs. No need to even draw these circuits, just draw the graphs. Right forward, draw the graph, right reverse, draw the graph. Here also same thing happens, but since it is reverse, so values are in negative. We plot the graph in the third quadrant. In this quadrant, we plot it like this. If you want, you can draw the complete graph or you can draw the segment of it. It's better if you draw like this entire graph. In your NCERT, it is given entirely. So same here, what happens is that variation is very slowly, very slowly. Like it's not linear, but the increment in the current is very less. Voltage keeps on increasing, but current's values, magnitude changes very slowly. But then again, a point is reached after which current increases abruptly, like this. Current increases abruptly, these values of current. So this value for reverse is known as breakdown voltage. So for forward, this is known as knee voltage, and reverse, this is known as breakdown voltage. Even you can draw it in the same graph if a single question comes. You can draw it in the same graph also for both of it. Or it's better if you draw it separately. Note down these two graphs, then we'll see questions on rectifiers. From here, note it down. The circuit, because this is the same circuit, just that voltmeter, ammeter have been connected. Then the graph, circuit for reverse, then the graph. Then we'll see rectifiers, very small topic, then the class will most probably end. Rifat, I'll tell you the timings for your class because you have your chemistry classes now on Saturdays and Sundays. Rifat, just tell me one thing. Are you available on Tuesdays and Thursdays around 4 p.m. same timing on Tuesdays and Thursdays? Do you have a class? Do you have any class? Rifat, this is just for Rifat Amna. If you have any class, just let me know. Rifat. Okay, on Tuesdays, not on Thursdays. Okay, okay, Rifat. I'll just tally once. See, rectifiers, this is the last topic because after rectifiers, you have special purposes diodes, photodiodes, solar cells, Zener diodes, transistors, logic gates. These have been deleted from your syllabus. So rectifiers is the last topic. This is also not a very important topic. Let us just discuss it. If by chance any question is asked, then you will be able to manage it. Main important topics are PN junction that we discussed, and the topic types of semiconductors, intrinsic, extrinsic, N-type, P-type, those are very important. So rectifiers are what? See, the process of converting AC into DC. This is known as alternating current into direct current. This is known as rectification. This process, this is known as rectification. And the machine that is used, this is known as a rectifier. Fine, this machine that is used is known as a rectifiers. So rectifiers are simple circuits like transformers. We have no similar circuits to transformers. It's just that in addition in the transformer, we have a diode that is placed. Now, two types of rectifiers are there. Like this is a good example written here, mobile phone charger. Mobile phone chargers use rectifiers. So the process of converting alternating current into direct current is called rectification, and the device that is used for this process is rectifier. Converts AC into DC, mobile phone charger, half wave, full wave. These are the two types. Now see how is the half wave rectifier connected. This is the power supply. This is the transformer iron coil that is present. This is also the coil, induction coil, which we say Faraday coil. And here is the diode. This is the resistor output. RL is also written somewhere, RL. If RL is written, same thing. Output. Load, which we write L for load resistance, output resistance. And step down transformer principle, it works. Now see, here is only one diode. So when it will induce, suppose it induces positive charges. Now what will happen means, let's say higher potential is there. So P connected to positive, so it will detect it. Just a second, let me draw the graph. See, output wave is one wave that you give is normal sinusoidal wave that is present. Now see how will the output be generated. If see positive is induced, P-type forward biased, it will detect an output wave. Done. Now what about this part? See, now once it will induce, it will become negative. P-type connected to the negative terminal, negative portion of it, negative charges of the coil. It means reverse bias. Reverse bias, what did we study? It does not even detect it. If it does not detect it, over. No need of it. No output will be generated. Then again, mutual induction will occur. Charges will be induced. It will develop positive. So now when it develops positive, positive P-type, forward bias. Now it will again develop. Like this you will be getting. That's why we call it half wave. Only half of the wave is formed. Understood, class? Ask me any question if you have any doubts. Understood? Here only half part of the wave is formed. So now what is the problem? Here, what is the resultant like these alternate waves? You will not be getting it. So then solution was given by providing full wave diode. See, full wave in full wave diode, let me draw the graph first, then I'll tell you. See here what will happen. Here two diodes are connected. This center tap is nothing, same resistor and outer load resistor. So again, the same thing, transformer connected, mutual induction is working, transformers are there. Here, if positive charge is detected, here there will be negative charge. Again, this will be the output. This will be the output wave. Now what will happen? For the input, this and this will become forward biased. So it will detect it. Now opposite will occur, minus here, plus here. See, this will be reverse bias now. This is P junction, this is N junction, this is P junction, N junction. But D2 will detect it because when this is reverse bias, D2 is forward biased. So it will detect it. Now it will become reversed. Plus here, negative here. So this D1 will detect now. Now again reverse this plus this negative. Now D2 will detect like this. So a continuous full wave you will be obtaining. Clear? Continuous full wave you will be obtaining. That's why we call it as full wave rectifier. Full wave rectifiers and half wave rectifiers. Clear? This is all about your rectifiers. This you know do not need to do. Note it down, any doubts you have from this lesson, from any of the lesson, any doubt, anything you want to ask me, anything you want to get clarified, ask me. Then 10 minutes are there, then I'll leave you all. Syllabus is completed. Revision we'll be having. Rifat, I'll just tell you. Emin, did you hear the revision timings? Saturdays and Sundays we have 4 p.m. revision classes. Rifat, I'll let you know about the revision. Evan, I hope you are available on Saturdays and Sundays. Priya, okay, Priya, you have class on chemistry class at 4 p.m. on Sundays. Acha, Priya has class. Okay, I'll note it, Priya. Priya and Rifat. Sahal was there. Sahal has shifted his batch. Priya from this and Rifat. Okay. So Saturdays you are available, Priya. All right. So chemistry class is here only at Learnivio. Okay, some other class. Okay, that's why I couldn't figure it out. Okay, Priya. Class on the WhatsApp group also, I'll share you the formula sheets. Somebody please remind me also if I don't share it by the weekend. Weekend means Saturday, Sunday for me. So I'll share the formula sheet. I think it will be beneficial for you, know, if you have all the formulas together in one PDF. If you want, I'll share it. Otherwise, if there's no need, I won't share. Just let me know if you all want. All the formulas, all the important formulas from all the lessons in one single PDF, I'll compile it and share if you all need it. Because some students have texted and some students were asking. So I think I'll share it with all of you then. And Priya, one more thing. Priya, are you available on Tuesdays and Thursdays on 4 p.m.? Okay, Priya. Fine. So now on Thursday, you all do not have any class directly because we have the revision. So Thursday, you people are available. Okay, Madhya. I think it will be helpful for you. I'll share the formula PDF. For all the lessons I'll share till semiconductors. Even if some extra formulas are there, ignore that. Whatever we have discussed, focus on it. I'll share it on the group on both the groups. See class. Now this time you will be having, so daily on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we won't be having any class now. So please utilize this time, practice the previous year's questions that have come. Any doubts you have, you can text on the group. You can ask me personally also. You can share the screenshot of the question on the group. Many students still do that. I think Fahad has recently also shared some question. Samira also keeps on getting connected on WhatsApp. So all of you can text me the question, and any doubt if you have directly, you can type the question on my number. Also, you can send me. All of you have my number, I think, through the group. Let me know if you have any queries.